This is going to be difficult, right? I've got little Penny with me today. So, yeah, so I thought I'd do this video because it's been a long time and this is going to be difficult with a dog now. Come on. So I thought I'd go to a location because she needs training as well. It's as though it's the weekend. I say it's the weekend, I only get one day of the weekend now. It's as though I'm doing overtime on Sundays. Yeah, so where to begin with it? The video as well, so because I've had this in my head for a long time, I'm going to try and just talk naturally about things and try and remember everything in chronological order. So I've been meaning to make this video for a while to do with why nothing has been going. I need to watch you for that. Why things have not been going quite to plan with the channel recently. There's a lot of good reasons, and some probably people are rolling their eyes at this point because they're probably fed up of the promising and then things not happening. But they will happen. If you've probably seen my builds on Facebook to do with FNAF at the minute. I did say I was going to finish that eventually, but that head is no longer being used, the original Foxy one. So now I'm on with Roxanne because I wanted to try something different and cheaper. Come on. Something different, yeah. Because the Daleks are going to really be taking a long time now. I'm going to need at least £5 to mould the red one. So I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. I've got too much stuff on at the minute, which I'll get into. So let's start from the beginning. So the reason why, so during 2021 you knew that I built ᴾᵉⁿ̬ⁱᵉ. That's mainly what the channel was about, and the Dalek that created my channel. Yeah, so that was going all smoothly. That was all brand new. I just wanted to show him off, and that's basically what started the channel. And then I wanted to do a red Dalek, if you remember that, for those who have been around for such a long time. The red one with the 3D printed neck that's had so many different variations by now, but now at the DSD drone Dalek that's currently sitting in the kitchen, the final one, but again need to take a mould of it. It's been up and down, trying new things. That mould, if you remember, which I'm getting rid of soon, that cost me £1 to make the shoulders. I only had one cast, and it's because of like a lot of still imperfections, the reason why I never finished it. It was a lot of money, it was a lot of experience. And yeah, it sadly never came to be. I destroyed the skirt, the base. The dome got reused. Can't remember where that one went now. And the neck, the 3D printed neck that I made, also being reused. So things have never been going in one straight direction. They've all up, down, side to side, try this and try that, and you know, as you know, my channel things just don't go in a straight line unless it was in ᴾᵉⁿⁱᵉ where I was building him, and that was due to some friends on Project Dalek and the plans, and of course scaling up and down. And of course he's incorrect now because of my newer ones. But yeah, that basically happened with the red one, to cut it short. I wanted to try new ideas. I met Tom, that got me into electronics and using them in certain bits. I met a lot of people along the way. Come on. Met a lot of people along the way during all this. And then, trying to remember what did I do then. I did little things in between, as you know, the special weapons Dalek that went to Leeds. No idea where it is now, if it got destroyed or whatever, but I've got photos of it and part of my portfolio. Foxy Head, that never got finished and it's going to get binned now because I've got my new stuff. Tried self-employment, that went nowhere during, you know, that time. So then, yeah, I then did, I then finally found a job, which was Royal Mail, as you probably know, when I recently revealed that because I didn't want people to know where I work. Worked there as a Christmas casual to get some money behind me because money was just being slow, because all the money that was in my savings account, 5 grand of it, went on ᴾᵉⁿ̬ⁱᵉ and a few other projects at the time. So literally I was left with zilch. But then, yeah, I got a job, but it didn't go smoothly because then after that, after 3 months I was working at the same place, but for a company called ᴾᵉⁿ̬ⁱᵉ. What that meant was, it was a 0-hour contract, and yeah, it just wasn't working out because some days I turn up, want needed, so that was a waste of money because I didn't know you had to check a calendar, and I'm not great with checking calendars and stuff, and it was all online. And yeah, that happened. That one day I basically became phoneless because a lot of stuff was building up. I was a bit bitter at the time because of things not going to plan, and the whole coming to work, not meant to be there, because then they would because it's a 24-hour thing, so they're not really keeping a track on anyone. So say I do the mornings, to them it's just another employer or employee, and I've just got a fucking spider web on my face. Hate that. Where were I? So yeah, God, I get on one fucking thing and I forget everything. Right, turning up to work and not being there because, again, they would think you check your diaries as soon as you wake up, which of course I had to get into that routine, but it was just a pain in the arse. Because, and we're coming up to that difficult gate now, because I'm waking up on the morning and I'm having to, you know, alright, how does this work? Right, go on. Because of, yeah, trying to check it every morning to see if I'm in, because they could just say, oh, you're not in today because someone else has taken the position, which was stupid in itself. It was illegal, one of my friends said, the 0-hour contract thing, because I need to work, I need to be in every day, I need a rota. So yeah, that's essentially what happened with that. I basically came to work, they said I wasn't there, and because of how heated I was and angry, because because I had no money, because I'm trying to balance props and food and, you know, yada yada. And it wasn't the most expensive money either. I was only making like 300, no, not even that, like 200 a week, which wasn't going to do much. And yeah, basically on the phone to my mum saying how they've messed me about. And in the moment I was just so heated, I threw the phone, because, as they say, sometimes you can't take it anymore with turning up to work and then being told, oh, I'm not there, and I've just had a taxi bring me for £7 in the morning. And this was really early in the morning as well, like 5 or something, so turning up to work to then be at 6 or 7, I can't remember, for him to go, oh no, you're not here, and I've just wasted £7 to get there. So you could kind of understand, you know, and the thing of not making much money to even get to work and do anything and have anything left over. So we will be starting with you to do some. I need to get to that area where it's really quiet. I've got an idea of what I want to do. Come on, Penny. So yeah, I basically did some searching for a while and came across, and it did take a long time. One of my friends tried supporting me, saying this is basically what it's like trying to look for a job. It'll take you months. and it was so degrading because I was making nothing. I couldn't do anything with props, so it was annoying. But then I was doing some trial testing, basically something that I enjoyed, fiberglassing. Long story, nothing came of it because either I just wasn't the right type of person. It was a small business. You know, I did what he told me. I did make one mistake, but that was because I did what he told me, but I don't know if that was because he wanted me to use my initiatives and as though I already do fiberglass. But I didn't do things that were like a big scale, saying about, how do I describe? About the size of that fence there before it gets to the gate. So something about that I had to make, a bit like a TARDIS wall, to put that into believable idea for you to get a visual idea. Something about that big, or about the size of that banner when we get close, that I had to do, you know, really quickly. Lay the gel coat, well, wax the mould, gel coat, and basically what he said, well, he was going to go get some extra buckets to, you know, place the gel coat in. We only had one because you can't cross-contaminate, you know, once you've had a fin. But he said, oh, due to the weather being all right, and just be as quick as possible, lay the first coat on 2 of these moulds basically. So I had to figure out the ratio of how much I needed for each one, and yeah, it basically, as you know from fiberglassing, if you know me, it's an exothermic reaction. So depending on your heat or how much catalyst you've added in, it will activate quickly. It doesn't cure by sunlight or moisture. It cures by the 2 components mixing. So I basically did that. Give up. The the gel coat was penny. The gel coat started to cure up on one of the moulds, meaning it went a bit tacky on one of them. So it was curing up on one mould and making it all basically lumpy. Trying to think of words while I'm walking is not easy. We're almost there now. So yeah, that basically buggered it up. I had to ask for help with the other lad. He said, oh, you're only doing what he told you anyway, but I was like, I should have just waited for him to get back. So yeah, basically, and I didn't even mention what I was making. It was like camper rooftops for these hatches that go at the top. Because funny thing is, then after that I did another job where it was going alright, and these were fair lads as well. They were actually decent with me compared to the other company, which was just an older gentleman and a young lad, which I got along really well, but just because I don't know if it was a test to see if I could use my initiative, because it was literally like I was doing at home but a bigger scale of moulding and then popping them out of the moulds, you know, to then clean up and then assemble. And I should have brought a drink. So yeah, basically that happened. It was just a trial thing. Penny, stop jumping me. I know you're here. Good girl, I know. Come on, we're almost at the place. So yeah, basically, I don't know if it was because of a test, trying to use my initiative, if I could actually do it and think on my feet. Penny, I know. Yeah, it just... What's wrong? Got bikers coming at the minute. Due to the, what you call it, yeah. Just, yeah, didn't turn out, but I thought I got along with them very well. Happens not to be the case because I never got the job, and it was something that I enjoyed. It was literally 5 minutes around from where I live, so I thought it was going to be perfect, but yeah, just didn't get the job. So then I went round again, another place literally 5 minutes, no, yeah, this one actually even 3 minutes away from my house roughly. I say that, no, about 5 minutes. The other one were about 10 minutes. So this one was just near Savile Park, so it wasn't too bad for those who know Cass. And it was easy for me to get there. Started about 9ish. Can't remember which. I think yeah, it's this one. God, I love this area, I will be honest, but I always forget which way I'm going. we're more or less here now, where I can train you and get you used to open areas. Are you jumping? Come on then. Yes. Trying to still train her because she's very funny with dogs. She's very, I don't want to say vicious, but of course she's a pup, so she doesn't know any better at the minute. And people, she's terrified. Same for Oddball was even bloody worse than her. She literally, this is why I've took her out, because she's not as scared. The other one, for Oddball, the first one, she literally shits herself, and I'm not joking. She literally leaves a trail and it's all sloppy, so I'm trying to get her a bit more comfortable with the town area rather than taking her to because it takes about 20 minutes to get to this right now. So yeah, come on. I want to be trying with her to take her off the lead, not too long. I want to see, with it only being 2 directions, but I want to make sure I get a further distance and I can actually see. Because if you could tell, there were some bikers, so I don't want to run into people. I want to try and train her to stay by my side, learn to be calm. Try to still understand why she jumps up every time, you know, as if she wants comfort. But as soon as we're there, you know. Right, where were I? Probably pause this and do a next. So yeah, from then, Savile Park. Hopefully that's a thumbnail. Yeah, so from the Savile Park one, that was going well. Like I said, they were decent lads. We all liked metal, you know, so couldn't complain about that. And it was literally similar to that. So we were working with basically the same stuff I was making, but not making them this time. We were just assembling them and putting them on the vans that they pulled in. And it was, you know, it was alright. It was not as much money, but it was also like 3 days a week. So wasn't getting that much, but it was working more or less to what I was, you know, preparing for, because I was getting ready for getting these 2. Well, one, because it was originally going to be Oddball, and then I decided to get the other one because, well, I liked her as well because she was more to my personality, you know, quiet type. And the other one's just very excited all the time, and she likes my mum more, so I thought the whole point was to get a dog that likes me, which is Benny here. And I'm not choosing favourites before anyone finishes, I'm just trying to get one up to speed. So this one, with her being, again, not vicious, but not quite understanding that there's dogs and people in the world, she gets really funny. So I need to get her used to things, since the other one likes my mum a lot more. And the whole point was to have one, like I say, and you've just gone around me. I had to do a spin because my hand. Right. And I brought this lead so that she can actually wander a bit, so it don't keep getting tangled under her legs. And you've done it again. Alright. Stop doing that to me. There's a bench up actually. I think we'll take a bit of a 5-minute break here. So yeah, we basically, I was doing that, but again, he was like, you know, you could do with finding a better job for your son. Even though you're enjoying this and you're doing it all right for us, you need something a bit more money-wise. Come on. I think that's just tarmac. Right, come here. We're almost at the place, and I'm. Hello. So yeah, yeah, so basically try and look for another job for your son, because this really won't work out in the long run, because he wanted me to, you know, he was waiting to see if it would pick up so then he could take me on full time, so it was basically cash in hand at the minute. And basically I just, yeah, decided to do a look around, get me a bit more experience, definitely with the fiberglass again and assembling. And yeah, it just tried looking, because basically I then had to go to Universal Credit, which I thought I was off basically, and because I was phoneless, I didn't get no notifications because I wasn't really using my laptop either. So I was basically in the dark, and I had to turn up to Wakefield because they then transferred me to Wakefield for some reason instead of Casts. So that meant I had to get a bus then. And I was thinking, I can't do this. And the lady that also had a word with me, she had no understanding of, she was having a go at me of saying, right, you shouldn't be throwing your phone. I'm like, well, and I forgot to explain the reason why. So it made me look bad. And I said I do have a bit of anger issues, but this was because of money issues and I wasn't quite happy. So she didn't understand my thing. I said about how I'm trying to do props, I'm trying to balance things out. Just got 2 dogs. Did I get 2 dogs at that point? I think I did. No, I think I got oddball at the time. Or we were just preparing to go visit. I can't remember now. But yeah, all that type of thing of, preparing. So the way I felt treated like a bit unfairly, I was like, right, I don't want to be coming here all the time then as for job seekers. And I didn't know, I thought I were off it because I was doing, what's the word? Angard. But apparently I was put like on a thing where I would still make some money back if I didn't make so much. But I don't recall them, giving me any money, even if I made little in a week. Like I say, I only made 200, so I don't remember getting 300 a week. So yeah, then I was put on a sanction because I didn't, reply within a certain time frame, because again, I didn't have no tech at the time. I was focusing on other things. Come on then. So yeah, that basically happened. And I was like, sod this, I'm not being treated like that when all I do is try and build stuff, but it makes me look bad because of money issues. I'm bad with money, trying to balance things out, forgetting things. I tried to turn up to a job and that's all I did, so don't go there. Some have been, they're quite big pal. They don't look like dog ones. They're quite deep. Come on, unless you're just I'm not used to seeing big dogs now. So yeah, I were like, sod it, fuck it, I'm not being treated like this. I don't want to see her again the way she was treating me and not understanding. So I said, I'm going to just go around town until I find a job that's full-time to get, I don't care what it is. And essentially that's where I'm up to now. Did a little interview. I'm not saying the company because I don't want people to know, really. It's not that I'm ashamed, I do say that all the time, it's just I don't want people to know where I work, because I shouldn't be really sharing my private life in case people, I don't know, try and look. It sounds bad and it sounds like I'm overthinking it, but yeah, some people, like, for the sake of it, if they know where you work, I could go into detail, but yeah, basically I didn't want to do that. So, come on. There's people coming up now. So I thought, I found this job. It's alright. Shh. It's alright. Found this job. It was easy as anything. I've said to people, it's like 2017 all over again. I got into a job really easily. It's going alright at the minute. It's an industrial type thing again. But yeah, they've said, the lads have told me I need to go into engineering because what I'm doing currently is nearly not enough to be paid for how much effort I'm putting in. So, yeah, it's nice and sunny now, isn't it? Of course it's sunny. On the days when I'm not doing the photography thing of all that film I'm still trying to do, the ᴾᵉⁿⁱ film, for anyone who's still knows that. Again, like I say, I never forget things and I never abandon them. It's just timing and all that. And now the bedroom's changed pretty much, and it's going to change again. Continuity-wise, it's not good. I need to wait until that becomes done properly this time. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking for more locations, like more open stuff. I found some more good ones, but it means I'd have to travel there. And I'd need at least a few people as well as like a crew for it. So it's but yeah, so essentially, new job and all that, which is where I'm up to now. If if I can remember. So trying to balance things out, and I'm basically now, so this is where all the exciting stuff is, I'm now applying to go to a college, because applying for this apprenticeship, you need your maths and English, and people who shit maths and English, I don't think it's ever good. I just need, and I'm now having to basically pay for going to college just so that I can get a C in English and a C in maths. Even though you don't really need that, they've said. Even the lads have said they've got their maths and that, but they've never had to use it. It's a load of shit. So, yeah, that's a bit of a ball ache now. So that's basically why I'm not really focusing on the Daleks now. I'm afraid to say I don't think I'm going to be doing... Come on, ignore it. I don't think I'm going to be doing the second episode anytime soon with Troy either. Either I'll have to bow out or just... He'll have to just wait until I'm ready. Or I'll just completely... Hello, yes. What do you want? In fact, I ain't been to a tree in a while. Benny? Sit. Sit down. Sit. Good girl. See, you're a good girl when you want a bit, aren't you? When you're not messing with the other one. Come on. I've seen. Don't know why she always needs this little... What's the word? Like, I'm here type thing. Yeah, I know. I know you're here. But when I'm holding a camera... Well, nearly, I think we're at that location, unless I've gone past it, but this is pretty much the area. I think this is pretty much it anyway, yeah, so... Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, what do I do now? Do I let her off the lead and try and train her? Right, Penny? Looking at me. Go on. Go up in front. Go on. Because it's one of those things where I could do with someone else at the other end in case she does try and do a runner. I don't know if there's anyone here. Last thing I want is... Well, it looks like she stays away from people since she's terrified, so... But then if she sees another dog... Why there's always people here when it's literally out of nowhere place and there's people? Unless I'm trying to remember, is there an area over that way? I mean, that's where I went to that. I know you're behind me. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're tangled again. Is it because you're tangled? Right. Come on then. Right, so yeah, basically, that's where I'm at. So I don't really know if I am going to be doing... Right, I know I still want to do my episode, of course, but... So I said to Patrick, without money, you've tangled me again. Come on. Without money, I can't do anything, so I need a lot of money behind me. And that red dog's going to cost at least... It's going to cost me £5 just to mould the neck, the shoulders... I think the skirt and base are going to be just timber for this episode, and then I'll eventually take a mould. But it's again, got to be happy with it until I take a mould. Because, Benny, you've now got my suspenders. Get down. Stop jumping back at me. Come on, this way. I know you're there. Come on. Go up in front. So yeah, that's basically the run of why everything's been so difficult for me so far. And some people just get on with it and just disappear off the web for so many months, and then some people will just be like, looks like the channel's dead, then they unsubscribe, and then they wonder after a few months like, oh, where you been? I'd never got your notification. You unsubscribed, and I don't put things out much anymore. Which I'm not bothered if people unsubscribe. It's not going to affect me in any way, you know. The props take a long time. I'm sure I shouldn't have to say this, but those who are just, oh, I just want to see a Dalek, and you know, it's not as simple as that. I'm not a factory. I'm literally a guy in his house, in a terraced house, with a garden that needs emptying and reefing and trying things at 23. Some things work, some things don't. You know, that's the whole point of me learning from it. Now, if I was a 40-year-old man, really shouldn't be no excuse if I'm trying to create YouTube. You know, people seem to forget these YouTube shorts and all that, these are people who can do everything from their their desk, reaction videos, and I'm not that type of channel, am I? I'm just showing what I build. So to the ones who always think, oh, I'm going to see loads of cool stuff all in a few months, no, it'll be probably down in Vengeance of the Daleks. It's going to take a really long time. You're just seeing the build process at the minute. Filming's not going to start until I've got that shuttle, the 4 Imperials, and I'm not out of breath. I don't understand why I'm so tired from it. But yeah, basically, you're not going to see all that shit until it's all done, until the props are ready, until I've got other people involved. So, people who subscribe quickly on the day and go, oh, this is cool content, and then unsubscribe because they're like, oh, nothing cool's happening. That's not the type of channel that this is, really. You just get a few little highlights here and there of my progress, ideas that I'm waffling out. Some things may stick to the wall, some things may not. And then things come up with dogs and other issues with the family and personal matters and job-wise. Right, let's see if it works, and I may have to put the camera down if she does do a runner. Penny! Penny! Good girl. Penny! Good girl. Not doing a runner, are we? I need to definitely keep an eye on her. So yeah, basically, I'm going to be very paranoid, thinking someone's going to be behind me. To the side. Here. Ready? Sit. Go. Sit. Sit down. Sit. Oh, for God's sake. Alright. That's not people, is it? There's people. Sit. Sit. Good girl. In case there are people behind you. Penny. Penny. Sit down. Penny. Sit. Sit down. There's people coming. There's always people. Always. Penny. Sit down. Good girl. And I just fucking knocked the camera again. This is really not going to plan, but what else did I expect? Right, come on. Don't want to. Right, sit. Penny. Right, sit. Good girl. Good girl. So, if you could see someone else's point of view. Penny. Penny. Nope. Right, sit down. Penny. Sit. Sit. Sit down. Penny. Penny. Sit. Penny. You're alright. Sit down. Penny. Good girl. That's much better. I'm going to actually take that sodding fin off that blows because it does my head in. People coming across. So they're probably thinking, what the fuck's going on over here? There's a guy with a camera and a dog. This fin is taking the fucking piss out of me. Doing alright? There we go. That solid fin does my head in. But you're doing alright, aren't you? Hey? So yeah, that's pretty much, I guess that's pretty much it on the map, but I guess I'll just keep rattling on since I've got lots of battery. Wait until these people go by. Alright, wait here until they go past. Just people hiking, it looks like. But yeah, it's definitely a good day for it. Just gotta wait. And they're also photographers, it looks like. Good girl. Alright, wait till I go. It's a pretty decent area as well. If you can't tell, I'm taking inspiration from another YouTuber that I watch, where she lives in Wales though, that's the thing. Shh. More about London, innit, sort of thing. I think about 3 months now. I do have another sister, but I prefer to take her out because she's not scared. She thinks she's tough, but she's literally as soft as anything. Oi, oh.
Yeah, it's nice to see though, rather than all these designer dogs.
Oh yeah. Oh, like pit bulls and all that. Yeah. Oh, thank you. All right, calm down. Come on then, are we gonna go? No, don't. Come on. Let's go this way. Come on. Carry on. Good girl. So yeah. Oh, there's more people now. Good girl. So yeah, I do feel like that YouTuber I'm on about. Yeah, so I watch a lady who has Dalmatians. I'm not meaning to copy her. Just take inspiration, odd little video here and there, but she does like diary vlogs with her Dalmatians. I think her channel's called Half Wiener Dalmatians. She has like a pack of them. She's trained them really well because they're really well trained. I wish ours would be like this. So this is why I'm bringing her to this type of area. Yeah, it's literally when you've got so many different things on as well, you're trying to keep track of the camera and think what's the worst possible thing that could happen. Literally, she can't really run. I don't think she would do a runner. I think even Oddball as well wouldn't really do a run. It's just like I'm always nervous of what they're going to do. Do they come here? Do they sit? I'm going to actually try it. I need to try that, commands. She's right beside me. She's right beside me, so that's good. I do like that. She's not doing a runner. Penny, come here. Come here. Sit. Sit down. Sit. Don't think she's grasped the word sit yet. Do you know stop? Or do I say stop when I come to the road? Penny. Penny, sit. Penny. She's getting distracted by everything. I do wonder if these dogs have ADHD because they literally never focus on anything. Shh. Sit. Sit. Penny. Sit. Penny. Sit down. Sit. Shh. Sit. Penny. Sit. Sit. Sit down. You're fine. You're actually fine. Sit. Sit. Shh. They're alright. They're not going to hurt you. Come on to the side. Right. You're alright. Shh. Come on. You're alright. Penny. Penny. Sit. Sit down. Come on. This way. Look. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. See, you're getting there. Getting there. All these distractions, isn't it? But you need to get used to it. Right, another one. Hopefully she can't get through that. Come on. See if she goes up in front and call her back and see if she listens. Go on. Keep going. Like I say, she's the one, basically like my stepdad and the Labrador. This is exactly what she's like. Alright. Sit. Sit down. Penny. Sit. Penny. Sit. Yeah, grasping the sit, are you? Penny? Unless I do the good girl. Penny? That's a good shot. Good girl. That's actually a good one. Hard to remember that. It's been 4 minutes, if I remember when I edit this. But yeah, I don't know how much farther I'm going to go. I really don't remember how far this goes. And I do need a boom mic eventually. Don't even know why I'm on the lead anymore. I mean, I could do with it. Come on. You know, just in case. Yeah, I really don't know what this video is anymore. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to call it. I've got an idea of something. But we'll have to just see what I call it in the end. And some people will be like, well, why are you not doing this rod? But again, like I say, I need to get her up to speed with like normal environments, because she absolutely does not like, you know, she like I say, just absolutely shits herself. I'm not joking, she does it in public and it's like, that's what I've got to get used to, but it's the fact that when it's all sloppy and I'm trying to pick it up and she's moving about and I'm on my own. I know this is probably some people who own dogs are rolling their eyes saying, yeah, this is basically what it's like. It's different. But yeah. You're a good girl, aren't you? I wish I could do what the lady does in the video with a squeaky voice. If I was doing it, I look like an absolute twat doing it. No, she's charging. I do hope you can actually hear. I do need a boom mic eventually. I can't remember how much more there is to this. I can't even remember what's the time. Okay, let's see. 12:50. Been out for a good hour, which is kind of good. Yeah. So, I guess news-wise, whoever's still watching news, what am I going to be doing? I've still got to get the room done. It's nearly Christmas, so there's all that to get sorted. Come on. Away from that, whoever that is. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on, let's go. Penny, come here. Good girl. So yeah, she does come back as soon as you call her, and now you've got my suspender again. Come on. And there's that lake. I really would love to get too close to that. I mean, I've got trousers on. I need new shoes these days. So yeah, so what I'm going to be focusing on, it's grey skies now, grey skies that way, is probably no Daleks at the minute. Really there is no Daleks now until after Christmas. Is the Roxanne head, because that's going to be cheap. And it's not actually going to be fiberglass at the minute, it's just a plug. Come on, Penny. It's literally, yeah, just a plug mould at the minute, and it's only 1/2. Thinking eventually, because of how, again, it's on Facebook, I can't hear anything that's going on. So, it's going to be done in 2 halves. Originally it was going to be done in multiple parts, like the more you know, all individual parts. But then as soon as I put the muzzle on, you know, trying to get an idea because of how far back, you know, this is again, there's no plans for this build, so it's like, what are you doing? Getting your bloody leg trapped again in my, I need to put my suspenders up probably then. You know what? Come on then. Yeah, no idea what that looked like. My shirt's now tucked in and suspenders are up. So as though she kept getting him trapped as she jumps behind me. But yeah, good girl. She's also good for the toilet, and watch me now say that. God dear. You look around and she's disappeared just like that bloody SCP, where you'll look around and it'll disappear, and then you turn to look the other way and then it's right behind you. That's basically what she's doing. Right there.